Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, where we're continuing our playthrough on the Zielonka map, doing olives and grapes. We are now in May, and to be honest, I don't think there's really anything for us to do. I'll just check the chickens. No, they're good. What we could do is just go and get some produce. We'll see if we have any produce. Yeah, because all the fields are good. They're just all growing. No weeding to be done. Alright, there's nothing coming out of here, which, you know, we expected. It's annoying, but that's why we're ramping up the fields. Now, next month, I think we're going to sell olive oil. That is next month, not this month. Alright, we can get it all in the cold storage because, you know, we don't want it to rot outside. We've spent a lot of money and a lot of work to get this stuff. Don't want it to get ruined. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Let me just check my list to be sure. May. I'm looking for anything in May. No. Nothing at all. And we haven't got any money, so we can't do anything. Like, we can't buy anything, we can't build anything, we just got no money. Well, we've got 100 grand, but we got to make sure we keep that money because we've got expenses. We've still got to upgrade our machines to cater for precision farming. I mean, there is a sort of cheap way around it. We could sell the items and then buy them back with the precision farming add-ons under hire purchase. I did think about that. Technically, we lose money, but on the other hand, it would allow us to get the upgrades, but I'm not that desperate for it at the moment. All right, I think we're going to sleep to June. There's nothing to do in this month. I mean, we could do contracts, but I don't want to do contracts unless I really need to. Now, June, now that's different. We are going to be selling olive oil. How am I going to check the crops? Let's have a look. Well, let's check the olive oil while we're here. Definitely best price. And we are going to be going to the farmer's market, where we know that, where that is. We don't even need to market. We go there all the time. Now, see, this is still not getting through the olives we have. So I think we're going to need some other productions for the olives, I reckon. And that's where we're going to make money, but potentially we'll need mods. Unless we can find a production that uses olive oil. That's sunflower, canola. We can do potato chips. What I was sort of hoping for was maybe there'll be an onion one that could use olive oil. But again, that's just olive oil. It's not another olive production. Yeah, I'm sort of waiting to see what happens with the onions because I haven't done the onions before. So anyway, chickens, yeah, you guys are still good. All right, if we look at the crops, they are still all growing. I can't even see the score because of the things. There's some stuff here that's coming up as bad. pH is bad. Which one is the pH again? I always forget. Hang on. Let me have a look. Precision farming. pH. That is lime. We did the lime though. Surely you don't need to double lime. I don't know. Again, nothing to do with the fields. They're all... Unless I wasn't looking. So if we look in June... See, sunflowers aren't ready till October. What else do we have? Canola is July. We can harvest in July. And onions, they're August. So August is going to be fun. And then you got the olives is not till October. And the grapes are September. Okay. I was going to say we could go sell, but what we could also do is wait until the end of the day to get the most. So let's speed up time. While we wait for time to come out, go, get to the end, whatever. Words, English, not good. Grape juice, olive oil. Is that all we have in here? Okay. There is not enough space. Well, what we can do is we can sell some of this. Because we're not going to get it all on anyway. Well, we can get a bit more than I thought. Okay. Just got to watch that time. I don't want it to get pitch black. But we'll definitely let it get to later. Okay, I'm going to slow it down. It's 7 o'clock at night. That's a bit better. 84 grand. Okay. Let's getting to be a bit more what I need to be making some money. Still not like selling fish though. How close are we to another one? Nowhere near it. Okay. So unless we push it to go really past the end of the day, which I'm not going to do that, I think we've got about as much as we're going to get. Okay, got another 50 grand. Storeroom's practically empty. Oh, we never got all the oil out. That's right. Whoops. I forgot that we didn't have it all. Well, we better go sell this. Could have done it on the last trip if I had remembered. Now I have to make another bloody trip for no reason. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. It's not going to make us a millionaire, but it's not bad. Does it outweigh the cost of the setup? No. Oh, sorry car. My bad. I'll take all full responsibility for that. Yeah, I think it's going to take years of that to pay off what it cost us to set this whole thing up. The field, the olive, what do you call them? Groves, whatever. Plus the oil processing plant. All the terraforming and foundations. And the equipment, this farm's probably never going to pay for itself at this rate. Oh, man. Okay. So, July looks like it's done. Not July. June. Sorry. July's going to be a tricky one because we have to mulch and spray the olives. So there's a bit of work. Let's just get it to save first before I go and do something stupid. And let's get to July. And what else did I say? I said we could harvest something, didn't I? I forgot what it was. Yeah, see, the olive oil is still going. Still going strong. And we haven't even got a full field of it. What did I say? Not onions. That's August. Canola. Alright, we'll just actually check the field. There it is. Yep. So canola is ready to go. So now again, I would love to have a worker go and do the olives, but I mean, there's no way they're going to be able to do it with my setup. But if I knew I could get a worker to do even just the basic setup without doing the spray and mulching at the same time, just do the mulching, just do the spraying, then I would pay them. Now, obviously, I could get a worker to do this, but we've done so much with the olives and grapes. This is a good little relaxing break. I like using the harvester, it's nice. It's therapeutic. I don't know why. It just is. Watching that stuff get churned up. The funny thing is, I said all along, oh, we could get bigger machines of these and that, but it's sort of like, well, we don't actually really need to. Is this the first time we've done Okay, why did you go off? The first time we've done harvesting of this field, because it doesn't know the yield. Well, first time since precision farming's been on. Must be. And we can dump this straight into the oil factory, oil mill. And turn that production back on for about 5 minutes and then it'll be finished. We definitely need to get some other stuff going on this farm. I'm hoping those onions are going to give us some variety. Because as much as my grand idea to do olives and grapes sounded good in my head, it was similar to the Silver Run Forest one, where the forestry sounded great in my head. And it was at the start. And then it became extremely repetitive. And I can see that with this as well. And again, it comes down to mostly because I can't use workers. And there's so much work involved in it. Like, it is a massive job. So if you have any ideas about how to improve that process, whether that is mods that allow you to use workers or mods that allow you to speed up how fast machines can function, or anything else, let me know. Because I want to keep going with this farm, but we need to do something about the grapes and olives to make it more enjoyable and less repetitive. Because if I don't, I can tell you what's going to happen. I am going to quit the farm pretty soon. Well, not soon, but you know, it's not going to go for a long time. We're not going to really see the benefits of the farm. Like, we won't pay the loan off, we won't get good equipment, all that sort of stuff, because it's just not making the money to do it. This farm is too realistic. It just makes enough money to live. And that's just... reality sucks. We don't want reality. We want to be millionaires. If I want reality, I wouldn't play a game. I'd live in the real world, which obviously I already do. I don't need that in a game as well. In a game, I want to be rich and just enjoy myself doing what I do. I'm not saying I wouldn't do the work on the farm, but you know, it's got to be worth the money. Not just, you know, hey, we can afford to buy milk this month and bread. Enjoy, kids. Now, normally I would put this onto a time lapse, but the problem is you're going to get one of those when I go and mulch and spray the olives. So, kind of letting you enjoy just a normal paced harvest of canola before we go and confront that. Alright, I might go empty while we're over here. I don't want to get caught over the other side and have it full then. No, wrong button. I always do that. Oh, come on. You've unloaded there before. There we go. If I had a big harvester, this would take about 30 seconds to do this field. But it almost doesn't warrant buying that sort of machinery for the size of fields we have at the moment. Especially if you compare the time it takes for me to harvest this field compared to what it's going to take me to do anything to do with grapes or olives. This is like nothing. And this is with the starter harvester. I think I need to also go and have a look at the process for the onions, because I haven't done it before, and I think there's a few steps we've got to do. So I need to work out what the steps are to make sure I do it right, because I think you got to like chop the tops off, and then you got to somehow flick them out of the ground, and then you go and pick them up. And I think it's like all 3 different machines, or 3 different tractor implements. So in case anybody is curious to the process that I'm using now, because I'm still trying this out, but I've changed the way I'm playing the game or recording the videos. So originally when I first started this second channel, because if you're not aware, I have another channel which was actually my main channel. This is my second channel, which was specific for this game. The other channel has lots of other games, and it originally had this game on it as well. So what I was doing with the other channel, I record basically 2 videos a night of a game, and then what I was doing was every night or every second night, depending on how I felt, I would then do another video for this game, for this channel. And yeah, it was becoming too much. It was burning me out. I just couldn't handle it, because I also have a full-time job. So this is I only do this at night, right, in my spare time, after family and everything else. So, you know, there's only so much I can do, but I still wanted to do it. So what I decided to do was, originally on the other channel, I was slipping in an extra game on a Sunday night, because of the way the routine worked, it was sort of like a weird night left, because there's 7 days in a week, so it didn't even out. So what I've decided to do now is, instead of doing that, I'm basically trying to record on the Sunday night 3 videos for this game in a row, all back to back. So when you see the week's videos for this game, which I stagger out every couple of days for the week, they've all been recorded back to back on the Sunday night before. So if you ever do comment on a video and you wonder why I'm not responding, or not responding, I will respond, but if I'm not actioning what you're saying in the game, it could be because I've already recorded. You know, because I'm recording 3 videos at a time. Where am I going? So it's not that I'm not reading your comments. If you do put them in there and you make suggestions, I'm definitely reading them, definitely taking them on the board. But they might take a few videos before anything comes of it, because of me pre-recording 3 videos at a time every week. You know, so basically I'm doing the whole week worth at the start of the week on a Sunday, and then the next Sunday I do the next week's. And you know, it's still kind of hard on the Sunday to get 3 videos in, but if it saves me some pain during the weekdays, then you know, I'm going to persist and see how I go. If it becomes too much, then I'll just have to cut it back, you know. Something's always got to give. And, yeah. Can't do everything. You can only try your best. Alright, so that's that done. Now we need to do not the chickens. We need to do this. Now, that's right. I was going to top up the spray, wasn't I? So before we do that, let's go over here. Now, fertilizer. Is this one. So we are going to, I don't want to take everything. Which one is it again? It's Y. Liquid fertilizer. Okay. Are you serious? That is liquid fertilizer, right? Oh, there we go. Tell me I wasn't close enough. Alright, so we'll take this over. And hopefully that'll do us for a while. Alright, we're going to unload off the right side. Beautiful. And then if we need some down in the other section, we'll just buy some because we're close enough to the shop to go and get it from there and fill up. I mean, we could also have a spot over here. I could get the truck to go and pick it up as well. I think I went the right way. Oh, look at the onions. They look more like spring onions, but maybe real onions look like that too. I don't know. I've never really gotten into seeing how onions grow and all that sort of stuff, but they look like they have big bulbs sort of just partially into the ground there, so I guess they're standard white or red Spanish type onions. I don't know which one. Do we have any olive oil to pick up while we're in the truck? One pallet. Well, I guess it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. We already took all of it from last night, didn't we? Oh, didn't go in. Didn't get back far enough. There we go. Look how full the storeroom is. Ain't gonna make much money with that. Alright, where were we up to? Okay, we've harvested that. Now, we don't have a direct drill for that, do we? So what I could do is, should I get a worker to cultivate or leave it? Nah, let's leave it. Okay, fill that up. Refuel while we're here. Just check that it definitely looks like it needs to be done. Sure does. You're not going to come up? Oh, there we go. Took a little bit. Okay, where's our thing? Mulch and spray. I wonder if we need to customize this thing for precision farming as well, this sprayer. We might have to. While that's driving, what's in here? Oh, we've got a truck, a mower and a plough. Pretty exciting. Alright, but this should be a bit quicker than the grapes because we've only got half the field. Not that that's a good thing, but at the moment it's fine because we seem to have... Our productions are lasting definitely a year with the quantity of olives we give. But I think that's just, we need more production. Either some other production for olives, or we're going to have two oil mills. I don't know, unless there's any way to make the oil mills work more efficiently, but that's like the top oil mill. I didn't cheap out on it. So, yeah, not sure what to do there. Anyway, it's that time. It's the time for time lapse. Alright, I think we're done. Let's just double check everywhere. Okay, that's done, that's done, that's done. Let's go backwards. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, backwards. Yep, done, 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 done. Alright, all done. What I'm going to do, it's going to be a bit of an annoying trip, but oh, that's a bit of a bump. Okay, I want to take this down to the shop. I want to have a look at this sprayer. I want to see if it needs to be customized. I mean, it seems to, I think, work okay with the grapes and olives, but I'm not convinced that any of the machinery is working fine since turning on precision farming. I think it's definitely something that, you know, knowing what it sort of does now and everything else, and what I've experienced with this farm, because I hadn't really tried turning it on. I don't think I tried turning it on mid-farm. Oh, I would more suggest that unless you're prepared for the extra expenses and effort and changes, that you should just turn it on at the start of a farm. And if you've got a farm that doesn't have it on, just leave it. Wait until you do your next farm. Because, yeah, this is a bit of a pain that I've got to pay for all this equipment now to be upgraded. Okay, let's do our usual repairs. Customize. No. So this thing might not even have the ability to even do that, because it is a mod. Okay, well that was a bit of a wasted drive, but... well, we got the machine repaired. Not a total waste. Yeah, so this mod must not support it. So I don't really know what it's doing then. Is it working properly, or is it just ignoring it and doing its own thing? I have no idea. So, I'll throw a question out there if you've gotten to this point in the video and you're watching along. You know, everybody knows that doing these sort of videos on YouTube these days doesn't really work. I mean, they work. Okay, when I say they don't work, people like them. I like them. But they don't work for popularity. They don't get you the big views and all that sort of stuff. So I think really, okay, there's two possible directions, and I don't care either way, to be honest. And one is we just continue as is, and I show as much as I want to show, pretty much everything, whatever, time lapses, the whole works. The other option is that I highly edit the videos, condense them down, show mostly highlights, get to the point, all that sort of stuff. Problem with that would be that if I'm recording 3 videos a week, probably the amount of time I would have to spend editing and all that sort of stuff, it might cut it down to 1 edited video a week. Because, you know, you'd have to keep in mind I would have to do it on my other channel for all of those videos as well. But I'm open to the idea if that's what people want to watch. If people want to watch, you know, 3 videos, 3 hours. If you want to watch 3 hours of gameplay or more, because sometimes, you know, with the time lapses, it could be 4, 5 hours of gameplay condensed down to 1 video, which could be an hour, half an hour, whatever, a week. Let me know if that's what you prefer. I don't know whether I'm going to enjoy that. So, you know, I enjoy the fact of playing the game. I'm not so much interested in majorly editing videos, but, you know, if that's what people want, I will give it a shot. I will try it out if it's going to get more viewers and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's got to be fun for me or I'm going to not do it, right? And that's the point. So I have to balance out what's fun, playing the game. You know, whereas at the moment, playing the game, doing a quick edit, but leaving most of the content in, chucking it up on YouTube. It's easy for me. It's fun for me. I don't have to stress. And I can get a lot more videos out by doing that. But if I have to start editing, then yes, I'm not going to be releasing videos much. But yeah, let me know which one you prefer. Love to hear your opinions on that. I think we're done for this month. Did I say we're done for this month? I don't know. I keep saying these things. We've done the olives. We've done... What did we do? We harvested the canola. What we didn't do is turn on the production. Let's activate the canola. And I think next month, August, what do we got? We're going to plant the canola. Plant the canola. What else do we have here? Onions. We got to do something with the onions. And looking down the list. Not sunflowers. Not olives. And I'm hoping not grapes. And not grapes. Okay. So we're looking at planting canola, cultivating, planting, and starting the harvest of the onions. That's going to be interesting. So we might get a worker to do the canola, and I will focus on the onions. We just need to work out how I've got to do that. So I'm going to do some research on what the process is, and we're going to have to get some machinery because, there's a whole heap of stuff to do with onions. Where is it? Well, there's an onion planter, but there's onion harvesters. So we've got this one here. This tool is used to cut off the hulm on the onions and drop them as a windrow behind the tool. The onion windrower picks up the windrow again, cleans the onions, and drops them on the desired side of the tool. And then this harvester digs the potatoes out of the ground. What? Didn't that do that? This harvester digs the potatoes out of the ground. It can be configured with an onion header to collect onions from the ground. Well, clearly that can as well, right? Because it shows onions. So that's the expensive version of that, I assume. The self-driving. So we might need to buy these 3 items. I don't know. I'll have to look into that, or we might only need to buy 2. It just says drops them on the desired sign of the tool. So we still need to pick them up. So I'm assuming we need to have this to pick them up. But they're already out of the ground. So we don't need to dig them. Unless we have to do... I don't know. Anyway, I will research that. I mean, it's probably in the help. I'll check that out somewhere along the line. Well, we could do it. Do it now. Just have a quick look. Is it in here? Oh, come on. Highlands fishing. Onions. When the green tops have dried, they are ready to harvest. First, the hulls must be cut and the onions pulled from the soil, usually with a front attachment, while a rear attachment cleans them and drops them into neat rows. Oh, so we can do them at the same time. Okay. We might need a better tractor though. The rows are then collected and cleaned further with an onion harvester equipped with a correct header. When collected, you can either sell the onions or produce packed onions on pallets. Okay. Yep. Well, I'll still look it up just to see somebody else doing it. But we'll call it there for this video. Thoughts, opinions in the comments, as I said. If you have any ideas of what we should do on the farm or the video content, like I said, editing, not editing, whatever, let me know. And yeah, and the frequency of the videos. You happy with the 3 videos a week at this length? Or yeah, just throw any ideas at me. I'm open to all suggestions, ideas, thoughts, whatever. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Show your support for the channel if you're enjoying it, because I really do appreciate it, and it does help the channel out immensely. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.